Once hailed as Liverpool's magician, Philippe Coutinho mesmerized football fans worldwide. His hat-trick in the Copa America proved he was not only vital for his club but also for Brazil. Born in a small neighborhood of Rio de Janeiro, this boy captivated the football world, considered one of Brazil's brightest talents. But what happened next? And can this forgotten star ever return to the Seleção? Born on June 12, 1992 in Rio de Janeiro, Coutinho was passionate about football from an early age, joining Vasco da Gama's academy. His vision, dribbling and long-range shooting quickly drew attention. By 2010, Europe came calling. After a brief stint at Inter Milan, he joined Liverpool in 2013, where Coutinho truly stamped his name on the global stage. Between 2013 and 2018, Philippe Coutinho became one of Liverpool's most influential and creative figures. Arriving as a young talent from Brazil, he quickly adapted to the Premier League's pace and intensity, standing out with his precious passing, long-range accuracy and effortless flair on the ball. Every time he stepped onto the pitch, there was a sense that something special could happen. Over 5 seasons, Coutinho's numbers spoke for themselves. In the Premier League, he made 152 appearances, scoring 54 goals and providing 45 assists, a consistent display of creativity and in product across European competition, including the Champions League and Europa League. He added 4 goals and 7 assists in 21 minutes, often stepping up on the biggest nights. In domestic cup, he contributed 4 goals and 5 assists in 18 appearances, showing the same composure and quality regardless of the occasion. Altogether, Coutinho's Liverpool career amounted to 191 appearances, 66 goals and 57 assists. But beyond the statistic, it was his impact on the field, the amount that lifted crowds, the sudden shift in rhythm, the ability to change a game with one pass or one curling strike that defined his legacy. In 2016-17 season marked the peak of his Liverpool chapter. In 36 appearances, he scored 13 goals and 7 assists, leading the team with both confidence and imagination. It was during this time that Coutinho fully established himself as one of the Premier League's most gifted playmakers, earning global recognition for his consistency and brilliance. By the time left in 2018, Philippe Coutinho had become more than a footballer to Liverpool fans. He was the embodiment of creativity, vision and tactical mastery, one of the defining periods of his career, remembered for his goals, the assists and the magic that made every game feel unpredictable. Coutinho's brilliance was never meant to stay confined to club football. In October 2010, at just 18, the boy from Rio de Janeiro stepped onto the international stage for Brazil, a dream realized after years of quiet grind and endless promise. From the youth academies of Vasco da Gama to the world's brightest light, his journey carried the heart of Brazilian football, rhythm, creativity and flair. Every touch, every pass seemed a familiar samba tune, elegant, unpredictable and alive. Then came the Copa America Centenario in 2016, the stage that truly unveiled the magician to the world. On a warm June evening in Seattle, Brazil faced Haiti. That followed was not just football, it was performance art. Coutinho glided across defenders as if the ball were an extension of his soul. His first goal, a perfectly timed left foot strike, kissed the net. The second, a thunderous drive from distance that silenced the crowd for half a second before it exploded in awe. And the third, a flawless counter-attack finish that sealed his first international hat-trick. Brazil crushed Haiti 7-1 and suddenly the world began to whisper what Liverpool fans already knew. Brazil had found its next great artist. 2 years later, that same artistry would light up the grandest stage of them all, the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. In Brazilians' opening game against Switzerland, Coutinho unleashed one of the goals of the tournament, a curling strike from distance that seemed to hang before nestling in the top corner. The stadium erupted. Even neutral fans rose in admiration. Days later against Costa Rica, he came through again, a late decisive goal that kept Brazil's campaign alive. Across 5 matches, Coutinho recorded 2 goals and 2 assists, leading the team in creative chances, and even in the heartbreaking quarter-final defeat to Belgium, when Brazil's dream began to fade. Open their few moments so by 2019, the script came full circle. At the iconic Maracana under the yellow and green lights, Coutinho once again found his rhythm, in Brazilian's opening match of the Copa America. He scored twice against Bolivia, one from the penalty shoot, the other a composite finish from open play. Through his scoring tapered in the later rounds, his influence didn't. He controlled tempo, dictated play, and threat passing that split defense open. When Brazil lifted Copa America trophy after 12 long years, Coutinho stood among them, not just a player, but as a symbol of perseverance and pride. Across his international career, the numbers from a picture of quiet excellence: 68 appearances, 21 goals, and 14 assists. 35 direct goal contribution for the Seleção. But these are more than statistics. They are echoes of a footballer who painted with his feet. It does a brushstroke of genius. For every rower at the Maracana, every chair in Moscow, there was Coutinho, the boy from Rio, carrying Brazil rhythm into every moment. But football, like life, has a rhythm of its own, burned brightness. The shadows began to gather, injuries, lost confidence, and the relentless pressure of expectation. The magician greatest act was yet to come, a fight not to rise higher, but to rise again. In January 2018, the dream became reality. Philippe Coutinho, the boy from Rio who once juggled oranges in the streets, had arrived at FC Barcelona, the cathedral of modern football. The fee, a staggering 135 million, the third highest transfer in history at the time. The world expected magic. He wasn't just a signing, he was meant to complement Messi and Suarez in a South America Atalanta that could dominate Europe. At first it seemed promising. Coutinho made 76 appearances for Barcelona across all competition, scoring 21 goals and providing 12 assists. Early on, he dazzled fans with glimpses of his Liverpool brilliance, the perfect long-range strikes, the delicate dribbles, the vision that could split any defense. But football, like life, isn't always fair. Barcelona's system demanded patience and positional discipline. Coutinho's natural freedom to create was restricted. The pressure of the record-breaking transfer loomed large. Every quiet game became a story, every missed chance a headline. The media labeled him the forgotten signing, and fans questioned whether he could justify the club's massive investment. There was a moment of brilliance that reminded the world of his talent. The long-range thunderbolt strike against Manchester United in the Champions League was a flash of genius, yet consistency eluded him. Unlike his Liverpool days, where he scored 54 goals and assisted 45 across 152 Premier League matches at Barcelona, even his best displays were sporadic. Injuries gradually disrupted Coutinho's rhythm, making it harder for him to replicate the brilliance he had shown at Liverpool. By the time he went on loan to Bayern Munich in 2022, his Barcelona journey had become a mix of promise and frustration. In Spain's top flight, he featured in 55 matches, scoring 14 goals and setting up 9 more. Flashes of his signature long-range strike still lighting up moments. In Europe, across 18 Champions League appearances, he had 6 goals and 3 assists, occasionally turning the tide but never consistently dominating games. Even in domestic cups like the Copa del Rey and Super Cup, he played 3 times and scored 1. This number tell me more than just status. They tell the story of player still capable of magic, yet weighed down by injuries, pressure, and the enormous expectation at one of the world's most demanding clubs. This chapter culminated in the infamous 8-2 loss to Bayern Munich, where Coutinho, ironical, scored twice, a bittersweet reminder of the talent Barcelona had once acquired. Coutinho's Barcelona journey was a story of dreams and struggles, flashes of brilliance overshadowed by expectation, injuries, and the weight of record-breaking transfer. But even in the shadows, the fire inside never died. Every fall carries the seed of redemption, and Coutinho's story was far from over. Perhaps the hardest twist in Coutinho's journey came in 2022. After struggles at Barcelona, he joined Bayern Munich on loan, a club known for precision, power, and ruthlessness. It was here that fate wrote one of football's cruelest ironic. In the unforgettable 8-2 demolition open of Barcelona in the Champions League quarter-final, Coutinho scored 2 goals and set up 1 assist. showcasing the very brilliance that Barcelona had once banked on. Only now against his former team, poetic, brutal, and unforgettable. After his European odyssey, the story came full circle. By 2025, Philippe Coutinho returned to his boyhood home, Vasco da Gama. At 33, he was no longer Liverpool's explosive magician, the young Brazilian who once danced past defenders with freedom and flair. Yet his vision, experience, and skill remained world-class, guiding younger teammates and providing moments of brilliance in Brazilian's domestic league. Even at this stage of his career, Coutinho's magic is still visible on the pitch every 90 minutes. He finds the net roughly once every 4 to 5 games, and when you count his assists, he directly shaped the game almost every third match. Tell one story, but watching him move, pick out passes, and create opportunities tells others. The essence of Little Magician is still very much alive. Numbers aside, what defines him is the subtle genius, the movement, the pass, the eyes for goal that continues to influence matches and inspire those around him. Coutinho may have left Europe, but the essence of the Little Magician still graces every piece he steps onto. Even at 33, Philippe Coutinho continues to wave magic on the pitch. The 2024-25 season with Vasco da Gama has seen him deliver a series of impressive performances, scoring 5 goals and providing 3 assists. Serie A appearances, demonstrating that the Little Magician's vision, composure, and creativity have not dimmed with age. In fact, his consistent presence, 16 appearances, 5 goals, 2 assists, as reported by beIN Sports, reminds everyone that he remains a force capable of influencing masses at a high level. Yet in the heart of Brazil's national team, the question looms, can Coutinho still reclaim his place under Carlo Ancelotti? Squad selections have sparked heated debate. The spotlight is on Richarlison, who despite consistent clap from Tottenham Hotspur, continues to receiving call-ups. Ancelotti defends the striker's inclusion, pointing to his traditional number 9 profile and proven goal scoring squad for Brazil, but fans and pundits question whether loyalty and past achievements justify this choice over informed players like Coutinho. Manuel Anthony, dazzling on loan at Real Betis, has been noticeably absent from recent squads, adding another layer to the controversy. Coutinho too has felt the weight of fierce competition. Although included in preliminary squads, he has faced a bottleneck of world-class attacking talent. Players whose current form, physical fitness, and tactical fitness are all meticulously evaluated by Ancelotti. The coach's rationale is clear: quality, fitness, and team fit are paramount. Brazil is not built around individual brilliance alone. Even magician like Coutinho must prove that his game, his vision, passing, and attacking intelligence can seamlessly integrate into the squad's immediate tactical blueprint. And yet, when special moments arises, when experience, creativity, and composure are needed on the international stage, Coutinho remains a candidate who can turn a game on its head. For fans, pundits, and the media, this is more than a debate over selection. It is a narrative of legacy, talent, and teaming. Can Coutinho, once Brazil's shining star, rise once more under Ancelotti's watchful eye? Will the Little Magician find his place among the new wave of stars like Rafael, Douglas Luiz, Vinicius Junior, Rafinha, and Rodrigo? Or will his finest moments remain a memory of the past, glimpsed only the flickers of highlights and statistics? In the unfolding story, one thing is current: Philippe Coutinho still has the skill and the experience to remind the world why he was once called Brazil's most enchanting midfielder. Whether the call comes depends on form, fitness, and the smallest tactical details, but the possibility of a glorious return keeps fans watching, waiting, and hoping. Philippe Coutinho's journey is a story of magic, glory, heartbreak, and revival. From a boy in Rio to Liverpool magician, Barcelona dreams, world stage, and unforgotten stardom. Now making a comeback. His memorable goals, trophies, fan admiration, and failures, all part of his tale. The world may never fully understand how such talent was lost, but the story isn't over. Once a magician, now an experienced veteran, Coutinho reminds us that true talent never fades. Will Brazil call him one last time? Only time will tell.